Yes, guys, and a welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the Lowend to Legend, part 21. I'm about to go live on this. We're going to have an hour's early morning live. And we did a live yesterday after I did the update of part 20. And we had breaking news, as you can see. Literally, one day before we saved and put an end to it, Matt has moved from Australians Newcastle Jets. He's moved to Gimnasia in Argentina for his next chapter. So it does mean that this stream essentially isn't going to be the greatest stream in the world in respect of game time, because to be fair, Matt's going to need to do a lot of bids and stuff like that, and you know. I expect that's the way it goes. He's got a lot of bids and all that sort of stuff to do. So first things first, let me just get my stream all set up. I'm finding it easier, right, to do it exactly like I'm doing it, which is basically I start streaming straight away. Although that hasn't actually worked this time around, so we will just do that manage broadcast, and it should, no, it's still not there. Okay, so just waiting for it to fucking come up and kick in. Start streaming, manage broadcast. There it is, there it is. Here we go. Okay, so let's just wait for that to come through, and when we should be good to go. Okay, so let me now just turn my hamachi on. My hamachi needs to be on, and we can tell Matt we are good to go. To be honest with you, right, we were going to have just a small session, because I know that this ain't going to be the most entertaining session in the world. Right, let me just... This ain't going to be the most entertaining session. Matt's going to have lots of players to go for. Just remind yourself now, he's got 10 players to go for. He's just taken over in the Argentine second tier. Big move for him, and he's got, of course, one remarkable play. He's got a goalkeeper who is out of this fucking world. He's absolutely out of this world, the goalkeeper he's got. Just make sure everything is all good. Let's just make sure we've got charge on our phone, because we're going to run out otherwise. There we go, sorted. Okay, let's take over at Shandong. We had a few games yesterday on the stream with Shandong. It was a bit of a tough time, a very tough time, to be honest with you. Our situation is 5 behind Shenzhen, 2 with a game in hand. We endured a very difficult time, and not that it's an excuse, but we've had injuries galore, you know, and I've... What can you do? What can you do? You know... It looks like I'm going to end up taking Pooch out if I have to. The Messi regen has been absolutely shit. You know, it swings in roundabouts. It really does. Matt is in the game. Okay, Matt's in the game. So let's see how we go. Okay, I'm just looking actually at something. It says on my stream. Oh, hang on a minute. No. Ignore me, that's what it is. Right, okay. All good to go. Okay, let me just see what the delay is on the stream. It's about 5-second delay, which is perfect. It is absolutely perfect. Yeah, we've endured a very difficult time. We just drawing with Shanghai Port. We've drawn our last 2 games back to back, and they've been costly draws, because you know, we would be within 1 point of top spot with a game in hand. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go, and we'll see if we can, I don't know, pull something together. Zeus should be back in a few days' time. Gotzelman, he's back in a couple of weeks. He's been a bit of a long-term injury. But I don't feel, you know, our defence has just been atrocious. You know, Abdi was already here. Kone was already here. The 2 defenders we brought in, which was Koza. We brought Koza and we brought Ibarra. And they've just been awful. They really have just been absolutely awful. What's happened here? Oh, that's it. They've come in with 3.1. And I've said, come back with it without instalments, and I will take it. Let's have a quick gander now then. Whilst we wait for Matt, let's have a quick gander at some of his players. So he takes over 3 games in. Now, of course, our ruling stipulates that if it's past the halfway stage, which it's not, because the halfway stage here would be 12 games, 13 games. They must be, if it's halfway, they must be in the bottom half. But he's okay. He ticks all the boxes, and he currently sits on 6 points from 9. He's got a game straight away. In fact, let's just double check that. He has got a game straight away. Yeah, okay. Let me just have a look at them. Oh, they are rich. Okay, quite interesting. So he's got a bit of money. Let's have a look at his. His value, Tina. We saw his goalkeeper. You may recall. The goalkeeper is just absolutely insane. So from his top 6 valued, the goalkeeper, look at the guy, he is absolutely ridiculous. Leonardo Martinez, what an absolute beast. And it's funny really, because you know, on the stream yesterday, Matt had pointed out, he goes, look at the goalkeeper that's at that team that's available. And I looked at him and I thought, wow, he's fucking amazing. And I was a bit, the penny didn't drop straight away, but it dawned on me that Matt's not added him to his shortlist. And I thought, okay, I'll add him to my shortlist. And then, of course, Matt had gone for the job. I weren't sure if he was going to go for the job, to be honest with you. And it's a good move. It's a very good move. They've not got stacks of money. They've not got stacks of players. What they've got? They've got 28 in the bank, 6.75 to spend. You know, they're secure. A very good stadium, adequate facilities. Who's that? Hi, guys. Peter File is in the house. What's happening, Peter File? How you doing, Gary? You good? So yeah, I think it's a very good move for him. I think it was. I think the interesting thing is he's going to hope. I feel maybe that within 3 months that he can get a better job. Now, what Matt's got to remember is within 3 months, yes, he can go for another job within Argentina. But should he get a job in the top flight, they can't. The team that he gets, if it's past the halfway stage, which would be in this case 15 games, they must be in the bottom half. Does that make sense? You know, we've obviously. Oh, actually, no, I got that wrong. I've got that wrong, haven't I? It's too. Oh, of course. Now this makes it difficult for you here, Matt, because the opening stage. Oh, we're gonna have to stipulate a rule here, aren't we? Because obviously, all he's got to do is win. All he's got to do is win the opening or the closing stage. That's all he's got to do. Now this makes it a little bit more tricky for you, Matt, because it does mean. Okay, so yeah. It makes the job thing a little bit more tricky for you, Matt, because it does mean that 7 games in the top flight, let's say top flight, 7 games. Sorry, it means that after 7 games, you are past the halfway. Not 7 games, sorry, at all. After 10 games. Hang on. Let me just work something out. So this goes until December. So you're only going to have 20 league games, aren't you? You're only going to have 20. So after 10 games, that's a halfway stage in the top flight. It's going to make things a lot more difficult. Don't worry, Matt. Dortmund bounce. Look, Gary, we have said, right, openly, right, that we can't go back to any of the big teams until the job is done. Now, the job being done is a long way to go. And by the time the job's done, so now, cast your mind back now. So this is Matt's 7 legs so far. England, he did it with West Ham. Germany, he did it with Mönchengladbach. France, he did it with Lyon. Spain, he did it with Elche. The United States, he did it with DC. Italy, he did it with AC Milan. And recently, Australia, New York Jets. They are Matt's 7 legs of the tour. For me, we started at England, Leeds, Scotland, Rangers, Germany, Dortmund, France, Paris Saint-Germain, Italy, Roma, Argentina, River, Australia, Perth, Spain, Barcelona, the United States, New York, and most recently, Brazil, Flamengo. Now, let me remind you, Matt is not allowed to go to Brazil and take Flamengo. and so on and so on. And to remind you what we've got left to achieve, right, sorry, this is what I've got left to achieve, is Portugal, Holland, Belgium, Japan, Turkey, Greece, Russia, and of course, where we are right now, China. Matt has got the same countries, along with Brazil, Scotland, and of course, Argentina. So, there's a long, long way to go before we can even remotely think about moving to other clubs, clubs where we've been to. We haven't even really decided what our plan is after the tour. You know, there's a few options. There is one that we just stop playing the game, or I'm more inclined to think maybe we should have some roots somewhere. So have some roots. I mean, I quite like Brazil. I just didn't like the way it ended. I don't like that playoff shit. Now, one for you here, Gary. Matt's in Argentina. Now, I did have this this big wondering when I was in Argentina, but I think I've got around it. So, Matt is Gimnasia, right? And I worked out that the team that gets promoted isn't the team that finishes top. It's to do with, what's that? My good mate, Peter loves to go on... I bet he does. I bet he does. So have you ever looked at this, Gary? Have you ever looked at this? And I understand it just... because, so I'm right in saying that it's a team with the biggest average that are deemed champions, I believe. So, technically speaking, the three teams that are relegated, which is going to be those top three, Belgrano, Godoy and Gullimore, it's all based on an average of your last three seasons in this division. Now, of course, Matt's team, Gimenez LP, 22 points last season, 41 points the season before, and it's all about the average. So, I don't know. Let me know your views. Let me know your views. Have you got any views on that? Gimnasia is pronounced Gimnasia. All right, Gimnasia. Gimnasia. What does the LP stand for? Oh, there you go, La Plata. So it's an interesting one, how it's going to work, actually. So yeah, it was these three teams that got relegated last season. Gimnasia, there's another Gimnasia up there. Any more Gimnasias? There's another Gimnasia up there. So there's 20, hang on a minute, there's 25 teams, is that right? So how long is the schedule? How does this work then? Do you know, I can't remember how this works. How does group stage work? I can't remember. I cannot remember at all. And if I remember rightly, I asked Philip Dirala, and he helped me with a little bit of the trying to understand it. But it's very, very, it's going to be very difficult for Matt, in a sense, climbing up a division. I think I got a bit lucky. I went to, I led Talares out of the second tier, didn't I? No, hang on a minute. Let me think. I think the champions do get promoted. The champions do get promoted, I'm pretty certain. And then the person that goes up as well is something to do with this. I fucked if I know. Honestly, don't know. And we've got any Argentine fans in here who could maybe indulge a bit more. But I think it's just going to make things a little bit difficult for Matt with regards, if he gets a job in the top flight, which is what I think he's going to be hoping for, rather than going a whole season. First of all, he can't take River Plate. He's not allowed to take River Plate for the simple reason I completed the Argentine leg with River. So he's going to look to get probably Boca Juniors. He'll look to get, there's no doubt, he'll look to get Talares. Talares, of course, is who I took over in Argentina before going to River Plate. That's who he'll want. No doubt about that. It is, isn't it, Gary? It is, isn't it? And that's not me being me. That is... I'm trying... Philippe Dirala did send me something. He sent me a document to try and make heads or tail of it. And if I'm right in saying it was to do with... I'm sure that... Because that don't mean anything in... it doesn't mean anything in the Premier Division. So it makes me think that don't mean anything in the second tier, but I think the champions get... I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I mean, we'll wish Matt luck. We'll wish Matt the very, very best of luck. Meanwhile, for me, let's just focus on this Chickadee China team. Am I allowed to say that, Chickadee China? I'm gonna, it's gonna happen. This is the first ever time I'm in China in any game. I mean, China wasn't available on the ODB. It was only on the most recent updates, as I said yesterday. The jokes and references are gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay. But we're not out of it. We are not out of it, and it's not a big. It's not a massive shit. Do you know what? The season's finishing soon, isn't it? The season's only 28 games, so we've got 7 league games to go. We need to win our game in hand. We have got to play Shenzhen, so essentially it's in our own hands. You're a twat. You're a dickhead, aren't you? I'm not even going to talk about fucking COVID. I'm not going to make any reference about where COVID starts. Don't. You give me a stitch. Yeah, I've got a stitch and that don't fucking help. What's your view, Gary? Gary, I know you like to have an opinion and a view. What's your view on both of our moves? What's your view? I forget who it was that said it. I think it was Trevor Choi. He goes, I would never go to China, play a game in China. It's not that I wanted to go to China. That's not why I'm in China. I'm in China because it's part of the legs. It's part of the legs. And as we get to the back end of the legs, it's getting more difficult. Obviously, with China, there's only one Premier League, so we didn't have to go into the second tier. Japan is going to be harder. Japan, because Japan has hang on a minute. Japan has 2 divisions. Now, with that in mind, with Japan having 2 divisions, it means that we've got to arrive in the second tier of Japan. So it's got to be in the J2 league. So if that ain't hard enough, the next hardest thing. Hang on, have we just finished the season? The next hardest thing is, I believe, you're only allowed. I'm pretty certain. Let me just check. You're only allowed 2 non-Japanese. I'm pretty certain. Oh, maybe more than 2 actually. Nah, it must be more than 2. I could swear I've seen something like this. I'm pretty certain. So maybe it's 4. No, it must be more than 4. Maybe it's 5 then, because they've got 5, haven't they? 3. So is it 5? I'm pretty certain there is a limit. There is a limit. I'm pretty certain. I've seen there's a message there, so I'll have a look at that message in a minute. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5? It's got to be. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be done. Absolutely. I forget who it was that said it, and I don't think someone said it yesterday. They didn't say it in a bitchy way. Someone goes, "Why on earth are you in China?" So I just went on to explain why I was in China. Japan. Fuck's sake, Japan is going to be extremely difficult. I don't know what's going to be more difficult, Japan or Russia, because Russia, if I'm really honest with you, was a bit of an accident. Now, cast your mind back to when me and Matt played the last game. I actually selected Russia by accident instead of Scotland, right? So I didn't make that mistake this time. I did intentionally select Russia, but the shit thing about Russia and not in Europe, you can't get into Europe in Russia. So that equally is going to be a very, very difficult sort of setup. You'll love Japan. You've already seen more chaps. I don't know, I'm seeing that in fucking China as well. I'm in China, Japan. Every time I say to Annie, right, whatever, it's the same fucking thing. She goes, no, it's not. No, it's not. I went, it is. Jap, chink, jap. It's the same thing. What's the difference? Let me just see my message, make sure it's not. It has to be done. I mean, Greece won't be easy. Greece and Turkey. I think there's money in Turkey, if I'm honest. We've still got to go Portugal and Holland yet. Portugal and Holland, for me, are like, you've got your top countries, ain't you? Germany, Italy, Spain, England, France. You've then probably got Portugal and Holland. Probably then Belgium and Scotland. You know, and then you've got obviously these non-European countries like the United States. Well, that's obviously a check for me now. United States and Australia, Brazil and Argentina, 4 very difficult leagues and irritating leagues. We've still got to do China and Japan. So, we shall see. We shall see. What we got going on there? Neil! Hello, Neil! Are you on a break, Neil? It's good to see you, Neil. Good to see you. So it's all going well on the King of the Dugout, on the Lowend legend, as both Matt and I are on to the next levels. Difficult looking levels, difficult looking stages. What's that? Sorry. Italy, Germany, England, Spain, Holland, Portugal, Scotland, France is my order. I think from this game perspective, probably France, but there's a lot of money circulating in France, an awful lot, really ridiculous. But in reality, yeah, I agree. Are you talking ODB, Gary, in respect of that list that you've put there? Are you referring ODB? But yeah, I mean, essentially, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, yeah, those are the top 8. There is absolutely no doubt about it. I mean, that can quite easily alter. So the likes of Belgium and Greece, I mean, they're very difficult. If I remember rightly, when we played our last game, the World King, which was of course an update, Belgium was a bitch. Belgium was an absolute bitch because there ain't much reputation in Belgium, but you know. Problem with France is it's full of... I'll be honest with you though, right? I think we spoke about this before, Gary. One of my favourite countries to start in on the ODB, believe it or not, is Holland. I like a Dutch save. I like a Dutch save. I think the youngsters that come through on the academy are always very, very good. And it's very, very interesting, to be honest with you. What's happened there? Why is that like that? Right, okay. Okay, so I appreciate Matt is going for players, so it was always going to be a bit of time here that we wait on Matt. So it gives us a chance to have a bit of a catch up. And my connection has... Oh, no, we're all good. I play Holland, Portugal and Italy. On Portugal, I don't mind Portugal because... Correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Gary. Little fact here from the past. Did Benfica, not once upon a time, have like the biggest stadium in the world? It was like, and they've got a huge stadium in 01, 02, haven't they? Is it 90,000? But for a period of time, was it not one of the biggest in the world, or in Europe at least? Something like that? I know you love Italy. I know you love Italy. To be honest with you, I don't really steer too much away from England, but the work permits is a bit of a bastard in England. I don't know who that stadium belongs to, Gary. Who is that stadium? Is that Porto's? Porto, sorry. Is that Benfica's? I'm sure I read Benfica. I'm going back years and years, and I remember Benfica, and I always used to think to myself, Benfica I don't know so well as a sort of like late teens. I don't know Benfica much. Right. I don't know Benfica much as a club. You don't hear Benfica. But so I don't know this team. So it almost, you end up knowing the team because they've got the biggest stadium. Okay, we're still waiting on Matt when he gets his arse in gear. No, I'm joking. Do not slit your wrists. Yeah, we started. Matt is off and going. All right, Matt, no need to sort of like, oh, fine, I'll press continue. Okay, so Matt's opening game. Porto are an ODB favourite of mine. Yeah, Porto. I do like Porto. Gary, you made a reference yesterday on WhatsApp when we talked about when we played our ODB game, our 10 season ODB game, and you know I feel what I might have to do the next time I've got more time away from network games is actually go back to the ODB. Do you know what I mean? I think the ODB rocks, don't it? That's a fact. But you know, you cannot beat ODB. There's no doubt about that. I would need to fucking hunt out all the players. I mean, I can remember a lot of players from memory, but ODB. I mean, you cannot beat the ODB. There's no doubt about that. Now, I've got a few things in mind, actually, what I'd like to do. I agree, Gary. I mean, I like the update because I like to have a version of CM as close to real life as possible. The problem is, right, whilst that's the case, next season, going back to what we discussed yesterday, Gary, next season, it's going to be near on impossible to make it as close to real life in respect of the teams in Europe. So it really is, it's going to be make or break. It really is. And I'm not expecting miracles. With all people that like the update have all accepted the Champions League format. But who knows? Who knows? It's going to take some fucking hard coding, like you said, Gary. It's going to take some real hard coding. Mendes de Silva on the ODB is one hell of a... I can't even remember him, Neil. I can't remember... Is that Mendes? Did you mean to write Mendes de Silva? Gary, do you know Mendes de Silva? Who's he play for? Sorry, guys, my tea was getting cold. The new update will be interesting with how this guy can possibly code. The funny thing is, Gary, right? I wonder, right? He obviously coded the Champions League to coincide in 84, 85. You know, that update, which I thought was remarkable. Oh, Sparta, right? I would never have known that, to be honest with you. So, I don't know what to expect. I often wonder, right? With no update in April, is that gonna benefit us in the sense of we're gonna have an even more explosive update? I don't know, but there is also, and they've said that there will still continue to be updates, but it could be the end of the updates in respect of league changes and all that sort of shit. Excuse me. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be any more patches, stuff like that. Sometimes stats brilliant, but it must be crap, really inconsistent. Now, Gary, with that in mind, right, what you've just said there about that player, Matt's player, is if a player has 0, he's drawn. If a player has 0 for an attribute, it comes in as random. So if a player comes in, right, so let's take, for example, right, Matt's player, just pretend this is Gallo, right? If it says defender, but it doesn't have a value for a position of left, right or centre, it'll be random every game. Does that make sense? I think Rooney on the ODB, believe it or not, is random. He's got no particular side. So sometimes he could be a forward right, forward left or a striker. And if they've got no position at all, and it's got no value for a position, it'll be a random position every save. Yeah, he will have a few... Yeah, so, and that's why he's inconsistently good shit, because of that. I'll give you another example. Cherno Samba, he don't have a date of birth on 0102. He has a year birth, 1985, so every time you start a game, he'll always be 16, 15, 16, but his date of birth will vary. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit cuntish. Maybe at the time they couldn't find that sort of information out. I don't really know. But I think to myself, you fucking lazy bastards. It's easy. Fucking Google it. We had the internet in 01, didn't we? I think, didn't we? I don't know. Radicana at Steyr, who I love. Just a foot. Ah, right, okay. Just a forward with 0 for every role. So yeah. That's right. So, but that's any role up front, though, isn't it, Gary? Sorry, when I saw Radicana, Gary, right, I thought that was that fucking tennis bitch. Man, I've got into some arguments over that cunt back in the day that I had Facebook. I hate her. She's an absolute fucking wanker. I hate her with an absolute passion. If she was to fucking have her tit fall off and die, I would fucking love it. I would love it. I can't stand her. Fucking bitch. Right, okay, what's that? Sorry. Sometimes, so he's always a forward, isn't he? So he's always going to be some sort of forward. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And if they don't have a position, like if they've not got a... Yeah, I can't, mate, I can't. I hate her too much. I really despise the bitch. Do you know what, right? If I was to find her on fire, I would go and get some fucking paraffin and I would just sort of light her up even more. And then I'll give you her ashes and you can do what you want with them in the urn. Okay, so it's time for us to have a game now then with our Chickadee China. We're going to have to... do we need to lower the speed here? I get so angry. I mean, just to cast your mind back, we didn't get any of our signings in until 15 league games. Come on! Until 15 league games. So, you know, had we had a whole season with our signings, it could be a different story. Fuck's sake! If it's not an injury, it's a fucking red. Alright, Eddie King's going to have to come off. Okay, right, okay, Jeff. Come on, you give me a little bit of a cushion, and then you take it away from me. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking it at all. Okay. Let's have a look. 5 to 12. Pelicha's come in. He's done so well for me. And now it's just a red card. It's going to cost him. For fuck's sake. I've just realised that was cup. Fucking hell. Reckless challenge by Pelika. Okay, we're through to the cup final. I forgot it was a cup. Okay, so we're through to the final. We're playing Tian. Is it Tian, Gary? Before you correct me. Tian Tiger? Tejan? We're into the FA Cup final. Firstly, though, we are going to have to go and penalise this little motherfucker. A reckless challenge. I can't let a reckless challenge go. Dismissal in prime match. Should know better. Yeah, he's accepted it. Okay, that's something, I suppose. Okay, Tianjin. Fuck it. Fuck it. Who's been playing with my blue tack? I had a fucking piece of blue tack at my desk here, and someone's been fucking touching it because I made a face and left it on the cunts. Okay, so we're into the FA Cup final. It sounds weird, don't it, saying that, the FA Cup final. We're going... do you know what, Gary? I said I can barely pronounce English, so how the fuck am I supposed to pronounce these Chinese teams? Make a noise. That fucking Asian woman's washing her bin again. Fucking bitch. Okay. Okay, so here we go then. That fucking... Right, 1 minute, guys. Don't want to hear that shit. Motherfucking bender. Right. What was that? I can see something there. What we got? Do it. Dickhead. Okay, so we'll wait on. Right. I bet he's not fit. Is he? Still not fit. 74%. Can't do much of him. But we have got an attacking midfielder to come in, which will be him. Lee's available. Okay. Just check our defence. I think we're okay. Ibarra, a weak stub toe, was that? Stub toe. Okay. Okay, so we've got a bit of a break now, actually, till the 17th. Oh, that's all right. That's all right, actually, because that does mean that Ibarra is going to be available when the next game is. And I feel that I need to be playing him, given his credentials of attributes, ahead of the likes of Kone, for example. It's very... Right, so let's... I think that's what I'm going to have to do, we'll do that. Anybody else that's on the comeback drive? So he should be back then, shouldn't he? So that's fine. We'll do that. And we'll do that as well. Yeah, that works, don't it? In fact, we'll put the Tunisian in the middle of the park. Okay. Right. I mean, somebody came on stream yesterday, a guy called Jesper, and he pointed out a really good fact. I say fact, it weren't a fact when we started it, but I wish I'd put Denmark. I wish I'd put Denmark in the game. Not bothered about. I think I did say I'm not bothered about Poland really, Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland. I wish I put Denmark. I wish I'd put Croatia in it. You know, but of course, the more you put in, the slower it goes. Maybe at least 2 of those Scandinavians I wish I'd had in. But you know, it is what it is. It really is. We couldn't have Turkey on the last one because I think there was a problem with Turkey on the last update I found, and we didn't have Greece on the last one. So having Turkey and Greece on this one is a big one. Just like having China. Very, very interesting indeed. My phone's not charging, you fucking cunt. Right. Okay. We'll wait for Matt to get some play. I'm not sure when you're... Oh, come on! Really? So, a 3-game ban? Dickhead. I'll tell you what though, right? I was so relieved to finally get over the line with Flamengo last season. Absolutely crazy, and we crossed the line in brutal circumstances because we ended up winning absolutely everything, including the Club World Cup. We weren't in the Brazil Cup, something that Flamengo were in the year before I arrived. We weren't in it my first season, and we weren't in it the second season. I never understand, particularly on the update, I don't know what's hard-coded and what's not. Right, so, let me go back. So, the Liberados, is that the hard-coded one? We were in that, and we beat Corinthians in the final. There you see, we beat Corinthians in the final. We were then in the Sudamericana. Now, one of them, let me just work out, it was the Liberados can't be hard-coded because, or at least it's not on the update, because Bragantino, that's where we were in our, that's who we were when we were first took over in Brazil. And we weren't in it, so you know it's not hard-coded. So we were in the Sudamericana. I don't know if that's hard-coded. We were then in this competition here, the Recopa Sudamericana. It was just a one-off. No, it was a one-off final against Corinthians, and we won it. Corinthians, of course, they beat us in the final of the playoffs season before last, and we got to we won the Sudamericana, beating Corinthians in the final. Of course, Corinthians, and then we had the playoffs. And we had Bragantino and Botafogo were in the other semi-final against Corinthians. They lost the first leg 3-1, so it was inevitable I was going to play Corinthians in the final. But Botafogo then won the second leg 5-1. I felt more confident to beat Botafogo in the final, and as you can see, we did. We won the World Club Cup on penalties against AC Milan, undeservedly, it's fair to say. Let's have a quick gander at the Premier League, shall we? Oh, we will. I know that Matt pointed something out. I think they've been relegated now, but he pointed out Warrington, right? Warrington, where it all started for me at the Conference North, were in the Premier League. Well, I know they were, so I will show you it anyway, though. They were in the Premier League. Oh, bollocks. Which is quite amazing, really. I think they've still got a statue of me outside. Rightly so. Okay, so I'm wondering if Gotzelman is going to be available. We paid big money for him. The Messi regen, Pooch is just going to have to go and fuck himself. King's been one of my better performers, but he don't look as good. He was a good performer because I had him for half a season before my players came in. We, of course, brought a new striker who then got a red card like a wanker yesterday on stream. What are we at? 10:30. My phone just got right. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, it has. Right, okay. My phone isn't charging whatsoever. Right, okay. We'll try now then, 'cause that's not charging at all. Right, let me just bring something to Annie. She's asked me to bring her something. They're outside. Right. See, the things I do for her. Can you bring me my leggings to the bathroom? The things I do, you see. It's not true what they say about me. I'm fucking alright. I am fucking alright. I'll tell you that now. Okay, so let's take a look now then at, what do they call it? The Argentine Premier Nacional. It's a second tier, essentially. So, a big draw for Matt in his first game in South America. It's going to be big for Matt. It's going to be a big one. Let's take a look now then at, although these are a little bit inconsistent, the managerial stats. I'm superb. And let's take a look at Matt. Matt's superb, yeah. So we're both down to superb. But the All Nations, we are both world class. Conor Gallagher, world class at West Ham. This is quite interesting, right? When you think we're into season 36 now. 36, sorry? 26. Sorry, this is season 27. Sorry, season 27 this is. And looking at what players are going about as managers. Dumfries, Dembele, Marquinhos, Herzerla. Was he? I can't, maybe I'm wrong. Anybody else of interest? Who else? Was he the defensive midfielder? Antonio Silva. Was he the defensive midfielder? Or am I getting confused with that forward? I forget. It's always interesting. We'll have another look at that in a second. The next time Matt's got a game, we'll have a look. Let's just look at Götze. I don't know if he's going to be fit. Zoo's on 81%. I've really missed him. Really have missed him. So Tavares, 6 and 9. Do you know what? I think he's a better left winger, you see. So I'm actually half tempted to do that and then do that. That might work better, I feel. Pelika, well, when Pelika comes back from his suspension, we'll see. We'll see if he can come straight in. We'll see if he can come straight in. FYI, I am recording this as the next chapter of the Lowend to the Legend. And we will see. I'm not going to be streaming for too long. I think I only said about an hour or so. Okay, Matt's got a game now. This is a huge game. Shall we watch this game? Shall we watch this game with Matt's? Jimenez. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Good luck, Matt. Home game. Third in, very early days, but third in the table. And Matt will more than likely be sporting his, 4 at the back. I mean, to be fair, it served him well. He hasn't really altered. It's interesting, really, because, like, most of this game, like the last 26 and a half seasons, I've always played 3 at the back. I've always altered it here or there. You know, Gary, as you know, we went to the silent win tactic. But essentially it's always been 3 at the back and 2 wingers, dotting around a bit in the middle here. Matt hasn't really moved whatsoever, not even any arrows, to be honest with you. I think he's one of these that builds his squad around his tactic as opposed to anything else, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, some people don't like to alter what they're... I mean, I've really grown to always having 3 at the back and not using fullbacks. You're not out of this yet, Matt? Oh, dear. Maybe you are now. 3-1. And look at that. This is harsh. This is harsh on Matt. Okay. Matt has been... It looks like he's been beaten 3-1. That is a very, very harsh result. So much for that fucking quality goalkeeper there, Matt. Okay. He's been beaten. He's been beaten. Difficult for Matt. We move on. See, I think he's going to be fit in time. It's the 28th. Yeah, he'll be fit in time for my next game. So we should almost be at full strength, apart from the suspension. So with that in mind, I am going to bring out... Oh, God. I mean... He's not even put an assist on, has he? 5 games, he's not even put an assist on. So, with that in mind, you know, he's not having it. I mean, Drost, you know, he's just not done anything, has he? He really hasn't done it for me. Lee, who's sub 7? Let me see who sub 7 is. Yep, okay, so sub 7. There we go. Okay, I think we're all good. We're all good. Everyone should be in line. The only difference we're going to have now then is Pelika won't be... Pelika's going to be serving a 3-game ban. I'm always intrigued, right, when you see like an Italian who's playing in China, fluent language is Italian, you know, I'd love to know how he communicates. No, I was going to take the piss, but I'm not going to. It's just fucking wrong. Absolutely wrong. Let me just check my phone, make sure it's fucking charging. Oh, it's charging properly now. Oh, I'm not doing that, Annie, because I've got shit to do. Okay, we'll wait on Matt. Okay, stream, just making sure the stream is all good. We are all good there. Actually, I hadn't planned to do a stream. I was catching up on the World Series of Poker, but they stream it like 1 a.m. till 9 a.m. because of the difference in American time. And I like to watch it live, but I don't know. I suppose watching it, catching up, you can flick through some boring, shitty hands. Okay, our money, as I said, going back to money, right? So in Brazil and clearly in China as well. I can't remember about Argentina. There's no season ticket money. You don't get no season ticket money at all, which is bizarre. But I think that the gate money is quite good actually. The gate money is quite good. Let me just check to see if Matt does get. Let's just check his income. See, Matt, I thought so. So they do get it in Argentina, as you can see, last year. And I'm pretty certain you don't get it in fact, I know you don't get it in Brazil, but we will double check it. Yeah, you don't get it in Brazil either. You do not get it in Brazil. So, it's interesting really how that works. I can't remember about Australia. I don't think you get it in Australia either. But we shall see. Matt, of course, came from Newcastle Jets, and there's no doubt, right, and I said this on the stream yesterday, he scraped into the final of the Australian title match, and had he have not, right, and that was in April this year, 2050, had he have missed that, he'd have still been in Australia probably until July next year. Because the final, you've got like a 3-month wait. It's a bullshit wait. It's over 3 months. When you finish the second closing stage, the final isn't played for another 3 months, which is pretty shit. It really is. It's another reason I don't really like Australia. I don't like Australia and their setup. Same with the United States. Same with Brazil. Argentina's a little bit different. Now, I'm just thinking something. Let me just go to... I've just thought of something, actually. Quite important, actually. Let me just go to Argentina again. This is good, really, for you here, Matt, that I'm checking something here. What was it, Matt? Has YouTube been deleting my posts? It looks like it, Gary, because the last one I've got of you is saying, do it in an accent for us. That's the last message I've seen from you, Gary. And now I can see, has YouTube been deleted? What have you been... Oh dear, Gary. I dread to ask what you've been writing. I really do dread to ask. Oh, no way. Yeah, way. What the fuck? I dread to think, Gary, what you've been saying. If they've filtered... I think that's what it's all down to, isn't it? It's an algorithm of filtered words and stuff, you know, which I know. And I guess, you know, I guess it's not a bad thing, you know, it's to stop... Not that you're a troll, but it can prevent trolls, prevent, you know, sadistic people, but you can't stop what's coming out my mouth. That's the beauty of it. You can't stop it. And I'll always maintain... and I like to try and say this at least once on every stream if I remember, is my views are exactly that. They're my views, they're my opinion, and if you don't like it, it's tough shit, really. And just to cover my back, I have a disclaimer stating any views on this channel are strictly that of my own. I've been experimenting a wasp's nest. I said I felt like a Nazi garden at a camp. Oh, Nazi guard. So did... Right, okay, well I can see that now, Gary. I've been experimenting in a wasp's nest. I said I felt like a Nazi guard at a camp. We'll see if they take... It's got to be the algorithm, isn't it? You know, keywords. Nazi, maybe? Did you write N-A-Z-I? I said the camp's now. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. And it's funny, isn't it? It's fun, isn't it? There are ways around it, though. There are ways, you know. And I'll tell you an example, right? My daughters, Gary, I'm sure yours do as well here. Yours does as well. Play Roblox, yeah? And they often tell me about there's trolls and people are arguing. And I say, just turn the fucking chat off then. And everything gets filtered out, you know, it's stuff. But they've told me that somebody called somebody a wanker. And I looked at it, I went, so why is that not starred out? There's certain words that are not starred out. So the word wanker, and I just think it's a little bit inconsistent of that. Right, okay, Gary, it's bizarre, isn't it? I don't know. You know, don't know how YouTube works really to an extent. Let's just have a... Oh, wrong one. Let's just have a look at Matt's next game. Have a look at Matt's next game. Tavares. I mean, as I said at the start of this, this was never going to be the greatest stream in respect of game time. I mean, obviously for Matt, you know, Matt's off and running. Not the start he really would have really wanted, but it is what it is. Okay, so now let's watch that game. He's got a game coming up. So, do you know what? I looked at that team. Defensa, Y Justica. I thought that they'd have money. I don't know what made me think they'd have money. Did it post my comment about Radicano's burnt room? No, it didn't. Right, okay, let me go back. I can see it. It says, I'd ride her into battle. And I said, if I remember rightly, I said something like, if I saw her on fire, I would get some paraffin and I'll send you her ashes. So you obviously... I hate her. And I hate her... When I was on Facebook and I would see the BBC say something about her, anything, I would say, oh right, she's lost, so no doubt she'll sack her coach again, and again, and again, and people, these bumlickers, right, would say, oh, she's one of the greatest tennis players. I went, fuck off, she's not. She's a one-trick fucking pony. She's a fluke, and she's a cunt. And I said that, and apparently they didn't like it. I mean, come on, freedom of speech, motherfuckers. You know, at the end of the day, right, and I said this before, Gary, you know, and I've said this before about other things. If you've got a subject and we agree to disagree, right? We agree to disagree. You know, it is what it is. You have your reasons, I have mine. If you say to me, why do you feel that way? Then I will tell you. And then you'll probably then in turn tell me why you feel your way. You know, it's freedom of speech. Right, Gary. Now, there was a joke, right, from Chubby Brown years ago, and I forget who he was talking about. It might have been Kylie Minogue, like many years ago, and he goes, "Oh, if she burnt to death, you'd shag her ashes." You know, he was referring, and some people are like, "Oh," and he goes, "Oh, fuck off! You know what you signed up for." And I agree. There's no such thing as a sick joke. There's no such thing. I fucking hate snowflakes who say he's bang out or he's disgusting. Shall I tell you something, right? I remember when Bernard Manning died, right? I was a big fan of Bernard Manning, very old school, same sort of, well, before Chubby Brown, to be honest with you, but sort of. Bernard Manning, I thought was fantastic. His son, I think, has got a club called the Embassy Club, and Bernard Manning died, and this stupid bitch from the Daily Mirror had slated him in saying that he was racist, he was this, he was that. You know, and I, not that it made any difference, but I felt bad. I responded saying, I love the way, you slate him. Now he's not here to rinse you, which is what he would do, you ugly cunt. Something like that. Yeah, I've seen Chubby about 4 or 5 times, Gary. Chubby, I love Chubby. And yes, Chubby's getting older. People forget, he's not as good as he used to be. He's getting older, for fuck's sake. He's in his mid-70s, I think, now, Chubby, about that. You know, it pisses me off, right? And people say, Chubby's not funny. People walked out of his... Well, if you walk out, more fucking fool you daft cunt. You know, if you're going to pay 20, 30 quid to go watch him, and then you say, this is... I mean, if you didn't think it was funny, right, and then fair enough, you don't think it's funny. But if you say it's disgusting, it's bullshit. Now, Jim Davison, I like Jim Davison, and I do a lot of read upon Jim Davison. I watched the podcast with him and Terry Stone. And Jim Davison, he's very, very political. I'm not quite so clued up on politics, if I'm honest with you. And he's more clued up than I am. But I've always liked Jim Davison. He's a different sort of blue comedian, really. He's got a little bit of campness, hasn't he? And I quite like his pantomimes, if that's what you call them. Annie got me watching a pantomime with him playing buttons or something, and it's actually really fucking funny. He's very, very funny. I always liked The Big Break. I always loved watching Big Break because it was almost like a Saturday tea time TV show, game show, quiz show, whatever, with a twist, with a bit of comic and a good sport of snooker. Well, was then anyway. Okay, good luck, Matt. Babes in the Wood. Now, with that, Gary, I'll tell you something. I've got that to watch. Now, rather than me download it and watch it, it was buffering. So I uploaded it to my Rumble site, which no one really uses. Rumble is just an alternative to YouTube. So I upload them over there, and then I watch them over there. So if you haven't got Rumble, Gary, let me know, and I'll send you it. Some things don't always play. I've got some lemon popsicle films on there as well. Do you know what the lemon popsicle films are, Gary? Are you aware of what... but I have got Babes in the Wood ready to watch. I've got a Chubby Brown film on there as well. Chubby Brown UFO. You know, it weren't one of his greatest, but it's when he goes into space. But it's a comedy. It is what it is. Let me know, Gary, and I'll send you the link. I've got several videos on there where you can watch them. I've uploaded them. There's some Mike Strutter stuff there. I don't know if you know what Mike Strutter... Sorry, Gary, Matt. Mike Strutter stuff, which is a kind of like an X-rated version of what's it called? Fucking hell. Oh, God, Candid Camera, what was it called? You've Been Framed, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I will do. Remind me, Gary, and I'll do it afterwards, because I need to do it on my... hang on a minute. It's on my computer. Actually, let me see if I can get to it from here. I should be able to. All videos. Okay, here we go. Right, so I'll tell you what I've got on it, Gary. Sometimes they're inconsistent on what they play, so I'm going to tell you what videos I've got. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Jack Nicholson, 1975. Lemon Popsicle 3, Lemon Popsicle 4, Lemon Popsicle 2, Popsicle 5. Lemon Popsicle 1, Strutter. I've got the 4th series of Strutter, which is basically 8 episodes. I've got a documentary, The Cancellation of Jim Davison. Is it Boobs in the Wood, isn't it? It's not Babes in the Wood, it's Boobs in the Wood. Roy Chubby Brown UFO. Adventures of a Taxi Driver, 1976. Fucking brilliant. I've got a Magic, 1978. Something for somebody. And I've got a UB40 mini video. Let me know your views, guys. Let me know your views. If you've got, if any of them. Let me see if I can post it here, Gary. Hopefully, Gary, that should bring you to it. Matt, good result. Sorry, Matt. Good result. You're off and running. You might, don't quote me, Gary, you might need to quickly set up an account and you might need to follow me. I think I've only got like 2 followers on Rumble, believe it or not. I don't use it. A guy put me onto Rumble. It's like YouTube for conspiracy people, almost. It's a very controversial chat concept, but it's very much like and because it's not YouTube, it's an alternative platform. I upload my illegal videos over there, so to speak. They're not illegal, but I don't want to get any reprimands on YouTube. I really don't. Matt's got his first player. Is that your first? Let's just check if that's Matt's first player, because I haven't paid too much attention, and I apologise, Matt. So, was that your player, Matt? Yeah, it would have been your player, wouldn't it? Is that Matt's player? Matt, did you buy this player? I'm guessing you did. Nice, look at that. Nice start from him, weren't it? Lee Edwards. Nice. Diop, yeah, looks good. Okay, looking good. Looking good there, Matt. Looking good. Let me just check when Matt actually took over, just to get me a rough idea. Oh, he took over on the 22nd he took over on the 22nd. Okay, so that top one's not yours, is it? So you're on 5 then, Matt. You're on 5. Yeah, no, I said I don't have an account on that. You might be able to still watch it without the account, Gary. You might be able to. Because I think my brother went on it. But my brother said it's very inconsistent. Some things will play one day and they don't the next. Lemon Popsicles, I think you would like Lemon Popsicles, Gary. I actually think you'd like Strutter, Gary. Strutter was, as I said, like a kind of You've Been Framed, based on MTV financed it back in 2006. It was, it puts, I'll be honest with you, Strutter puts me in absolute hysterics. The guy that does it, Paul Gaynor, I think it is, or Garner, or something like that. No, Paul K. Absolutely hilarious, and it's very You've Been Framed, you know, people's clips, but somebody narrating it. It's fucking brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Okay. Oh wow, Fenerbahce have gone in for Neil Dyer. Fuck me. My old player, of course. Do you know what? Did I not ask for 3.1 on this guy like a long time ago? If you come back with 2.2, I'm thinking next season, you see, if he goes, I'm going to be bringing in new players anyway. You dickhead. Do you know what, Gary? That is actually a really good idea. Because I think I can get that, and I could just upload it, couldn't I? But no, it's fucking not. It's not on there. That's on YouTube somewhere, but you can go knock yourself out, and you can watch that, and I'll teach you how to kill a fucking chicken. That's funny shit, that is, Gary. Yeah, cunt. Okay, so Matt, I think what we'll do, right, is we'll go to let's try and work out when we'll go to, Matt. We'll go to the 14th, Matt, shall we? I said we've got about an hour. We'll go to the 14th. So Matt's got 2 games, 11th and the 13th, and I've got oh no, hang on, 17th maybe. Hang on, let me just go back to Matt. Right, we'll go to the 18th then, Matt. We'll go to the 18th. We'll save after the 18th. There you go, yeah. So we'll save after the 18th. 18th we'll get to. But yeah, you have to let me know, Gary. Now, I did put, right, on, there is something, now I might have made a mistake with that Rumble. I must have, because I put another film on there. I downloaded Marching Powder, you know, that Danny Dyer film, And the same happened. I downloaded it because it wasn't on any streaming sites at the time, and it was a bit buffery. So I uploaded it onto here, and I watched it on here. And I definitely watched it because the film was pretty shit. And then, for some reason, it went. Now, I don't know if it got removed or if I deleted it, which I might have because nothing else has gone. And that was Marching Powder. Somebody asked me, my brother asked me to get One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And as I did, Jack Nicholson, and I have watched that. It's a fucking great film. The Lemon Popsicle films, Gary, I'll tell you what they are. They're kind of like Porky's. They're kind of like a Porky's. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Why? Why would you say that? Why? Yeah. How do I put it, Gary? It's my... Should we call it my 15 minutes of fame? In actual fact, Gary, get this, right? It's June. No, it's not. It's July, isn't it? So we're looking at 20 years old. 20 years old, that is. That is fucking insane, because it was June 2005. That is absolutely insane. And I always remember, when it got aired on Sky 1. It got aired on Sky 1, and eventually, I think it got canned after like 4 episodes of a season of 6, but I was only in the first 3 episodes. And I went out on a Saturday to meet some friends, and it was aired on the Friday on Sky 1. And this is no fucking word of lie. I was in Wetherspoons, and I was meeting my mates, and I got there first, right? So I got myself a drink, and there's this black guy, not that his colour makes any difference, and he's there at the bar, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Excuse me, mate, do I know... your last message got retracted there, Gary, after Porky's was great." And this guy goes, "Do I know you?" I says, "Nah." He goes, and he looks at me, he goes, "No fucking way. You know," he goes, "No way, you were on that thing I watched yesterday, weren't you?" And I swear, right, my heart melted. It was like, what the fuck? And he goes, "Tell me." And I says, "Yeah, it was. I was really embarrassed. Because of what it was, I was so embarrassed." And I says, "Yeah, no, I've had better days." He goes, and he was really good about it. He goes, "Oh, mate, that was brilliant." And he goes, "That is fucking ridiculous." And it was a day after it first got aired. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Even the woman in Dorothy Perkins knew. Yeah, do you know what, right? I'm trying to remember her name now. Her name is Michelle Gormley, I think. And she told me, right, she goes, "I'm so sorry, right, they asked me to say it. They asked me to say it in order to give a better profile for that." And I says, it's fine. And she goes, "I can't believe that." I even had to, right, now, do you remember that bit, Gary, where I had to set up going into a Wetherspoons to get ID'd? I had to get a barman to ID me, because I'd said, a true fact, that I still got ID'd till a late age, because I looked young. And it pissed me off. So we had to orchestrate that in as well. I had to get through a lot of hassle with work. Actually, my work really didn't like it. They didn't like it. It was like, for me, it was publicity. For me, I didn't see a problem with it, but it was a big corporation. And that's another reason why I didn't like it, because it was almost humiliating. You know, it was almost really humiliating how they did it. And, you know, there is irony from it, because one of the people that was on that show with me, ironically, was from Scunthorpe, which was bizarre, because, of course, the following year, I'll explain in a minute, Gary, the following year, I met Annie from Scunthorpe. Who made me do it? Well, the story behind making me do it was, do you remember Teletext? Yeah, of course you remember Teletext. I remember being on Teletext back in 2004, but early 2005, and I was looking for, get this, Pop Idol. It was before X Factor. I think it was, yeah, I don't know, in fact, something like that. And I was looking for that. And I saw an alternative, and I saw this other thing about like a kind of fear factor. They referred it as a kind of fear factor. Conquer your fears. And so I rang them, and I knew it weren't Pop Idol or X Factor, and I got invited for an audition. And I went for an audition. My mate took me to London to a Tiger Aspects studio. Tiger Aspects made they made Mr. Bean, and they made Harry Enfield. They made Kevin and Perry. And I went down there for an audition, and I had a really good audition, and then I got a call back, and they asked if they could do a set at my house. And so they came to me, these two women came to me, did a video, various interviews, and then I had to do the, maybe, fucking dickhead, fuck you. They did a blog, so to speak. So they did the thing at my work, they did something in the street, they did the thing with the pub, they did the thing at, you know, and then I got through, and that's it. The rest is history. The rest is history. And then we went down to this, you know, to start videoing it. And I'll tell you something else, Gary, right? The guy that, so you had that narrator bitch, the person narrating it, and then you had the guy who was, the guy that leads it, Craig Campbell. Do you know who Craig Campbell is? He is actually he's a comedian. He's a Canadian comedian, and I do speak to him. I did on my old Instagram. He did the support act for Frankie Boyle on a few of his shows, but he's all right, to be honest with you. And again, yeah, he's low down the spectrum, but he's a comedian, and he's all right. He's a nice guy, and I remember talking to him. He said, you know, he had to be brutal to us, and he felt bad because he was being brutal based on what he was, you know, from the director and shit. And I know it was, you know, it got to him a little bit. Obviously, he was being paid well. He was being paid well. And in answer to your next question, no, we did not get paid. Tell a lie, we did get paid. We got paid £1 because we had to sign this fucking confidential bullshit thing. There had to be a contract or something. There had to be a fee, something like that. But yeah, that's that. That is that. I understand now. The guy that won it actually passed away. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. I didn't really get on with him. I didn't think he was a twat, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's that. So there's my little fucking bit of fame there. And sometimes I think I like to forget that, but then there's always somebody that brings it back up, isn't there? Gary. There's always. Okay, Matt looking good. This, to see how much money they've got. They strike me that they're going to have a little bit of money. Look at that. That's who Matt wants. Oh, they've equalised. Oh, they've had an injury and a red card. Oh. Okay, 2 more points dropped. But, mate, I'm going to be gone in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes anyway. I'm going to be finished in 5-10 minutes. Right. Right. Okay, what I've given up. Who's that? I'm not, yeah, I have done scouts and shit. Paul Hart. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it is. I'm looking for your comment here, Matt, where you said that player weren't yours. It's just something I'm checking on my YouTube. But I can't... Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, I was just checking something. Oh, sorry, you're waiting for me, ain't you? Do you know what? I'm not going to offload him. There's no way I'm going to offload. Okay. You're a dickhead. Do you know what though? It is a good idea for me to put it on the Rumble, to be honest with you. I would never put it on my own YouTube. There's no fucking way. It's not CM related. You go, you 24-year-old must have... Am I 24 on it, Gary? Is that what I am, 24? Because if that's the case, then that means it was 04. That means it was 04. Yeah, good luck with that one there, Gary. Good luck with that. So we're going to save after the 17th, guys. Matt, so you're looking at about 10 more minutes. Yeah, you're 24. It was 04 when... Oh, right, okay. Yeah, okay. I thought it was 05, actually. But, okay, 04. So, and I think it's about June. So, 21 years old, yeah? Maybe we'll have a reunion one day, yeah? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right, okay, Matt's looking good. Let's just take a look at Matt's situation there. Let's have a look at the average points. Okay. Okay. Oh, it looks like another win for Matt. He needed to have a good session, to be honest with you. There's nothing worse than when you have a session and you have a shit session. Right, what does that say? Oh, hey, look who's here. Abadi, how you doing? What do you think about Leon's story? Will they eventually be relegated to the second division? Such a little warrior now. Okay, so Gary, yes, I am a warrior. Thank you very much. Abadi, that's an interesting one. Gary, I'm intrigued to know your views on that. I think they'll end up... they always do, don't they? They always do. I don't know how they cannot be given their... I mean, I would, in my opinion, fuck them, relegate them, in my opinion. But it's a mockery of the whole system when you get teams like Chelsea and Man City continuing to exploit. You know, that's the thing. And I feel part of me thinks, you know, how can they throw Leon out and let Leon will appeal and will survive with a heavy... This is the thing, you see. Or, Gary, it'll be suspended. It'll be suspended. Something like that. Personally, they shouldn't. And I certainly don't think... I feel it's very, very unfair on Crystal Palace. That's been postponed, isn't it? About Palace not going into Europe. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. But why was this not... You know, when an owner owns a majority in two teams, does he not know this? I don't understand. You know, when he first took control of the second team, was he not told, just so you know, if ever they get into the same European competition, one of them won't be able to? Does that never come up? You on dinner?
No, they've gone on a trip to the zoo.
Okay. Yeah.
And I didn't have no permission, and I didn't know. So I had to go home.
Okay. Right. Okay, straight into the next game, guys. Hang on, maybe Leon need a warrior to step in and save the day. Does anyone know a warrior, hero who can... Oh, you bastard cunt. But do you know what, Gary? Do you know what? I'm going to live off this for my life. I won an event, okay? I won an event, and that means everything to me. Maybe the animal rights people won't agree with it. Roman Abramovich, when he was the owner of Chelsea and was a shareholder at CSKA Moscow, and they did play each other, and there was no... Was he a major shareholder? Was he a major shareholder? I think that's the thing here. If they're a majority shareholder, it isn't about them. Shall I do my game too? No, mate. You've got a game, Matt. You've got a game. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Do your game as well, Matt. Do your game as well. What was I going to say? Yeah, I don't think the issue is them playing each other. Well, I suppose it is because they could meet in a competition. I think it was Abramovich was what? See, I can't remember that far back. What does that say? You beat 4 other wimps. I wouldn't get excited, little fella. Right, for the record, Gary, it wasn't 4 other wimps. It was 7. It was 7 other wimps. So, fuck you, right? And also, do you know what? That chicken, right, went out a hero, proved that no fucking chicken could walk away from me, right? Rocky 1, Rocky 2, eat your fucking heart out, I will catch a chicken. His oil company was a sponsor. I can't remember. But no, it's a good point. 4 wimps and 3 little girls. I beat 7 human beings to that. Fuck you. Okay, straight into the next game then. We have returned from our little fucking break. I don't know if you call it a mid-season break or whatever. We just need to win our games. Oh, come on! I mean, I'm resigned to accept that we may have another season in China. But I just want to have it without any. I want to have the title. Obviously, I want the title. Back in 5. No worries, mate. No worries. I'm going to be back in 5 as well in a minute. I need to do something. I need to just speak to Annie, which might result in playing a bit longer. So give me a minute. I'm going to wait until Matt's got his game going. I won't watch the game because I'll have to press continue. Okay, Ibora was piss poor again. Big result, big result. They made a few subs, didn't they? And we win 4-1. More importantly, they haven't played. Okay, so there we go. 6 league games to go. We're at home. Right, okay. I'm going to... Matt, play your game, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay. We'll leave that on there. Be back in a minute, guys. Right, Matt's winning 3-0. Matt, do you want to go for another half an hour? Should we go for another half an hour? What do you think? Another half an hour? Let me know. Let me know your views in the comments, guys. Do you want another half an hour? Because if you say, nah, fuck it, I'm getting bored, or I'm about to go, then we can end it there. But let me know your views. Okay, by the way, Gary... Wimps is spelled W-I-M-P-S, not W-H-I-M-P-S. Good result, Matt. Good result. You needed that. Right. My battery bank takes forever to charge. What the fuck? Okay, so Matt's in 5th place at the minute. We've got a runaway leaders up there. I think, Matt... you need to be aiming for the title. I know it's could be. Well, it's early days. Yeah, it's very early days. But I think you need to benchmark that really. Ironically, Donato Riccardi is my mum's maiden name. Always nice to see something like that. Bit of history. Okay. So do you know what? Right. So, I've got this new thing on my YouTube where it tells me my top fans. Oh, I see. So, probably it's because they talk the most. Matt, you ain't got one. I'm looking at it now. You ain't got one. Gary's got one. Neil had one. Abadi, you've got one. And you had one yesterday, Abadi. Jesper had one yesterday. Mind you, Jesper was new. So, how does that work? It's like a crown. I don't know why you wouldn't have that, Matt, to be honest with you. Not a massive issue, to be honest with you. Just always things that I'm looking at on my moderation, timestamps, reactions. Okay, it's not an issue at all. We'll keep it going. Have we got a game? No, we haven't. I thought we had a game. Okay, no worries, not a problem. Okay. Fucking noisy motherfuckers. Who do you think will win tonight, Real or Paris? It's a tricky one because my proper answer is I couldn't give a flying fuck about the stupid competition. The competition's a joke, it's a farce, and it's all for money. And I've no doubt, right, particularly with Chelsea, we're going to get all this, oh, it's a long season. Oh, you know what? They only did this to try and deter the European Super League. That's the only reason this is here. Yeah, this is it, Gary. Gary's exactly. We actually agree on something. It doesn't interest me. The competition is just. It's a disgrace to football. Do you remember last year Rodri said about going on strike for too many games? Do you know what I mean? I've watched 3 games and all. I've not watched any, Gary. I won't watch. I will not watch. I looked at the highlights of Bayern Munich when they had was it the 10-0, was it? And that was purely because it was 10 goals. The thing is, it's a joke, and it's been a joke from the moment go. And people are going to say, oh yeah, but it's about being the world champions. It's fucking not, right? You could still have had the World Club Cup. I haven't got an issue with that. This wasn't necessary. They could have stuck a World Cup like they had it. All Champions League of respective continents and stuff, they should have shortened the local leagues and then made the Championship in the middle of the season. Well, this is it. Watch that game. Embarrassing for a semi-pro team being a continent. It's terrible, Gary. I don't even know how it was determined who was getting entry. Why did Chelsea go into it? Was it because I think the old World Team Championship still exists? Oh, really? I thought that had been... I assumed that's been cancelled, Abadi. Because of this. Mind you, this is only every 4 years, isn't it, this? Why should a WCC interfere with a season when no teams from that league's are in it? Right, now that's a good point, because like your Brazilian teams, their season ends at different times and blah, 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 blah. It's a joke. It's a mockery. I didn't think that World Team Championship still existed. I could be wrong on that. I'd have to check that. But it's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. It makes a mockery almost of the champions. But how was it determined on who was going to be entering it? That's what I want. Yeah, it's all, of course. Oh, right, so Eddie King can't play on this because he's not fit, which is fine. Absolutely fine, because what it does mean is it means that we are going to give another game to Thomas Pooch. I'm giving him games really reluctantly indeed. And Pelika still serving a 2-game ban. I checked, and the old World Team Championships will be in... Okay, I didn't know that. If Rangers had beat Bilbao last season, we would have been... Oh, really? Right, okay. But what did Chelsea win last season? Did Chelsea win... Not last season, sorry. Because last season, it was already determined that Chelsea were in this competition. So what did Chelsea... Yeah, our coefficient is very high. Yeah, I got... Right, but what did Chelsea win to warrant their entry? I get Man City, because they won the Champions League. Or is it based on coefficients of teams? Is that what it's based on? European... But then Chelsea hadn't got... Chelsea wouldn't have done too well, would they? Because I think Chelsea is because of winning the Champions League. Oh, I see. The UEFA Couple Conference. They won the Conference League, but that was this year, weren't it? They won the Conference League, but that wouldn't have counted in their entry because it was already determined. But I didn't think they'd won anything in the last 3-4 years. So Barcelona weren't in it. Last 4 years, everyone. Oh, have they? I didn't even work that out. Last 4 years. Yeah, you're probably right. You normally fucking are. Okay, sorry, Matt. I'm too busy fucking thinking. Okay, here we go then. Shandong against the West Coast. Barcelona haven't won anything. Barcelona can go and fuck themselves. And Real Madrid, they can all fuck themselves. Fucking corrupt cunts. Barcelona and Real Madrid are basically Chelsea and Man City. But what? Hang on. But what have Atletico Madrid won? What have Atletico Madrid won to warrant? Or are they basing it? Because I noticed it was only 2 teams, weren't it, from each country. So is it a case of who's done further on the coefficients within Spain? So Atletico have gone further. Is that how it's based? I'm assuming. Right. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. So okay. Technically, if Liverpool were in the Championship. Woohoo! Oh, I love it. Right, so okay, you give me a subject then. So technically, if he wasn't fucking speeding, he'd still be alive. That's the bottom line on that. And I've got strong feelings about people that speed or superstars that speed in their Lamborghinis. Big result, massive result there as we win 3-0 against the West Coast. Right, okay, Gary, good shout. And we remain second as Shenzhen win 5-0 goal difference. Okay, I mean, it's going to be nitty gritty, isn't it? It's going to get nitty gritty. We're going away in the next 7 days. Okay. I woke up and... Hang on, my fucking mouse is just moving. I woke up and thought it was Jota from Celtic who had died. It wasn't. Oh, fucking hell. Is that Jota? Is he... Just remind me, Gary, that Jota you're talking about, did he leave Celtic and then go back? Is that right? Is that the same Jota? Just confirm to me. I know you'll know the answer to that. I mean, I'll be honest with you, right? I'll wait for you to answer that before I say my next thing. I'm pretty certain it is, but I might be wrong. But did he go to Saudi Arabia? He left... Yeah, so there you go. He left to go to Saudi Arabia, but the rumour is... Right, okay, remind me, Saudi Arabia. I've got something to tell you about that. He left to go to Saudi Arabia, but the rumour is... I'm waiting for the rumour. Is there a rumour? So basically, I hate players, right, that end up going back and then they say it's unfinished business. I fucking hate it. I think it's bullshit. Brendan Rodgers going back to Celtic really hacked me off. I didn't like him anyway. It's bullshit. Now, Saudi Arabia, right? Saudi Arabia. I read John... Is it John... What's his name? John... Oh, fuck. The Villa striker. The Villa striker who went to Villa. Who left Villa and went to Saudi Arabia. Durer, is it? He's been looking at taking a medical to go to... I want to say Turkey? Duran. I read about him having a medical in Turkey, right? And that is fucking ironic. Ironic about him going, because when he moved to Saudi Arabia, bear in mind, he's 26, I think. So he's not there for a pension like the rest. And he has to have a flight to training every day because he lives in Sin with his girlfriend. And you know what they're like with 21? I thought he was 26. Who am I getting? That's even worse. And he has to get a flight to training because he lives in Sin. And I just think, right, how can you justify going to a team whose country says, you know, you've got a flight? I knew he weren't going to last long. I fucking knew it. It's bullshit. I didn't realise he was 21. I thought he was 25, 26. That makes it even worse. I mean, when you see, nice result, Matt. when you see... no, I didn't, Gary. I was still waiting for it, the rumour post. When you see a player going to Saudi Arabia, I said this yesterday, but I get it, you know, we've had it for different countries, you know, whether it be China, India, wherever the money is. And I get it from a pension perspective. So I get Ronaldo, I get Kante, and so on and so on, whether it be the United States. I don't accept someone who, under 30, I don't accept it. I mean, I don't accept 30. I think 32 maybe. I think, you know, 21 is disgraceful. Absolutely appalling. As far as I'm concerned, I hope that guy's plane crashes. That's what I think to him. You know, I think it's fucking disgraceful. It really is. The only other exception for a player going to a league like that is if they're shit. And they're you know, like Bradley Wright Phillips going to the United States. Jota is a rainbow man. When they found out he was of that persuasion, they refused him to play. Oh, I didn't know that. You say it's a rumour, Gary. You say it's a rumour. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's a big rumour. Oh, so I see. But then, right? Because he hasn't been there long, yeah. Because it weren't long, was it? But then it's like with Duran, right? I mean, what if I was to say, if you were to be a fly on the wall and hear why has he left so soon after leaving? I don't even know what he looks like. If you were to say, why is Duran leaving, right? Is it for footballing reasons? You know, does he want first team football? Does he want a new challenge? It's none of that shit. It could be similar to what you said, but I think it's to do with what I said. It's going to be to do with, I know that when he left, they would pay for a flight for him, and I just think, why would you do that? Why, you know? And let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. In today's society, you don't see as many married couples as you would years ago. Now, you just see people, common law, don't you? You know, people don't get married. I'm not saying that marriage is a bad thing. I'm not nothing like that. But my point is, there's more people nowadays that don't bother with marriage than what there was years ago. So you're telling me, right, if there's a player out there, he lives with his partner, right, he can't move to Saudi Arabia because of that. Duran left for money, realised he's bored out his nut in Saudi and wants back in Europe. Personally, wouldn't go to Turkey. No, Turkey, right. I think, Gary, I think it's going to be to do with the wife thing. He's probably sick of all the flying and shit. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. The league's a joke. Now, Turkey, do you remember, Gary? Do you remember Dean Saunders? Yeah. Well, this is it, Gary. Yeah, I know. Dean Saunders. I remember when he first went to Turkey. They slit a lamb's throat in front of you as a sign of good luck or something like that. And Turkey is a bad country for a footballer to go in. They never last. We've seen it time and time again. It's frustrating. It really is because. You know, don't tell me it's for footballing reasons. You know, I don't know. Sometimes you just get a little bit fucking. It's the same old bullshit. You know, it is another Muslim, and it's the same. You know, it's the same sort of traits. So it's just different leader, same sort of traits. You know, or alternative traits, but equally as fucking disgraceful. Our way of life doesn't match out there. They have modern facilities with third world mentality. They've got no mentality at all. I mean, you know, do you remember that thing when we had the World Cup in Qatar? Harry Kane, did he wear a rainbow captain's armband? I'm trying to remember what he wore. Let me just check my phone a minute, guys. My phone's finally charging properly. Let me just check that. Okay. 1 minute, guys. fuck's sake. 1 minute, guys, you need to do something. They should have been left in... Yeah, I totally agree. Well, personally, they should be bombed. But, you know what? Let me just check. Someone's just asked me to do something on WhatsApp for them, so I just need to check something. 26. Right, okay. Just need to send a message. It's quite important. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let me start my game going. Okay. Oh man, would you believe it? Fuck's sake. Bet that's been blocked. What? About no? Oh, for fuck's sake! No, it tells me that you think that they should be blocked. That is your last message. They should be blocked. They should have been left in the desert. Look at this. This is fucking awful. Absolutely awful. I need to speak to Annie about something. So I'm gonna make a change, and I'm gonna just disappear, and just hopefully go. I better be winning 3-2. If I'm not winning 3-2... Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, you motherfucker! Bastard! Fucking that goalkeeper's been an absolute shower of shit. And now we're fucking falling off the pace. Fuck's sake. Absolutely fucking seething. And Shenzhen, yeah, they won 4-0. We are 4 behind. Goal difference. Their goal difference is better. We've got to play them. So, do you know what? Whilst I was 2 points behind, I had a chance. And look who we've got next. 3-week break now. Fuck's sake. Okay. You've WhatsApped the picture. Let me have a look, Gary. Right, I'll read this out actually. I wouldn't have worn it. I don't suppose anyone, but my own personal sexual preference. Kids from pedophile. Yeah, they have blocked it, Gary. Yeah, it's not come through. Oh my god. They're such snowflakes, aren't they? They really are snowflakes. Okay, Matt needs a win here. Defenders drew, so he's got a game in hand. He can move to within 6 points. They're down to 10 men. Big opportunity for you, Matt. There you go. There you go. Okay, what we got going on over here? Suspended. Okay, fine. I'll just put Kone in, I think. Okay, so let's just check a few things for our next game. There you go. Now you've done enough for me to just throw you out completely. Not one assist. You can go. You can stay there. Pelica is available. Now that's interesting. Pelica available because I think that means we're going to have to do that. 6, 5, 4-3. Yep. Okay. 3-1, Mads. Mads, 3-1. 3-1. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 2-0 still. Okay. League leaders didn't play yet, so there you go. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. We'll focus on our next game. Pelika will return. I've given him probably longer than what he had suspended. King, I think the key people for me here is maybe bringing King in and Kone in. They're the performers, aren't they? You know, I am going to give Nathan Yates a caution. And I would advise he fucking takes it. Right, he's not... oh, yes, there it is. Oh, he did. He accepted it. Okay. Okay, okay, let's read that. Right, okay. Okay, so 15 more minutes, guys. I don't know if we're going to get to the end of my season. I don't think I want to be honest with you. It's looking pretty fucking grim. I think we need our 10 signings, that's for sure. I think I'd be confident next season with 10 more signings. And we've got money to get 10 pretty decent signings in. But we shall see. Okay. Okay. So, what is he saying? Matt's halfway through the season. Now, this is the tricky thing. He's virtually halfway through the season. I think it was very difficult to iron out everything rules-wise. You know, things that we didn't really think of. The only real rules we essentially did was our transfer limit, our plan of action. When you win a title, you've got to go. You know, we couldn't be teams that we've already won a title with. There was a few things that we didn't really. I mean, for example, let's hypothetically say it's May and I can't apply for a job that's just come up of a team that's already promoted to the top flight, because that would be that would be sneaky. That would be really cheeky to get into the top flight with a promoted team. You know, I haven't earned my right. I haven't earned my way out of that. That's the thing. So there are still things that we still need to. I say iron out. We may never iron them out properly. Let's see. Let's see. Jeffers praised. Well, we're playing Jeffers up top now, of course. 7-7-7. He's not doing too bad. He's on 11 and 13, and we've got a couple of options for strikers. Okay, so... Sorry, Matt. Okay. So... We've got to better the result of our rivals, and then we've got to beat them in the last game of the season in order to... I don't know. We are still in the cup. That's important. The cup is very, very important. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I still feel maybe it would have been different had we got our signings in at the start. You know, if we've got a window in... You know, timing of jobs, you know, you cannot control. A bit like if you get offered a job in February, you can't make any signings. You know, it is what it is, and that really is a philosophy we use all the time. Obviously, transfer windows are different here and there. So where's our league leaders playing? They're playing Gullymore Brown, so I don't expect them to drop points. What am I talking about, you dickhead? What exactly am I... Gullymore Brown? I'm talking about Matt's, aren't I, dickhead? Okay, Matt, you've fallen off second. The leaders the leaders. Okay, looks like they've played another game. They've drawn it. We ain't got a game, so let's check who we've got. So we know who we've got, but we've got. Wow, Shanghai. They're playing one of the Shanghais. Because I think there's more than one Shanghai in the game. Big game, massive game. Yeah, I got that wrong, didn't I? We don't need to better the result. We need to win the game. Because if we draw and they lose, we've bettered their result. And we're still going to be 3 points behind. Can you both manage in the same league at the same time? Yeah, hello Luke, how you doing? Yeah, we can. If that's the way the jobs are going. And that's how it all started, Luke. It started in the Conference North when I took Warrington and Matt took Oxford City. That season didn't end too well for Matt, 'cause he finished rock bottom and ultimately got sacked, and I finished top. And that was the very first season. And most recently, if I show you when we did play in the same league, I can tell you when that was. After season 1, it was 44-45. In fact, from the 43-44 season and the 44-45 season, we were in the same division. We were both in Spain. Matt was Elche. I think in the 43-44, I was Espanyol. And then I moved to Barcelona and won the title. So we were in the top division of Spain back then. Matt, you had a chance there. Look at that racing have lost. Defences have drawn. Matt's drawn. Okay, but it's good to see you there, Luke. But yeah, we can. I think at one point, Matt was looking at maybe leaving Spain when I was in Spain. And we had to come up with what our ruling was going to be. That if he left Spain willingly, when he returns, could he return back to the top flight? And I think we sort of said the answer is no. Because it would be unfair. You know, you could sort of like get promoted, then go to another team, and then you could then go back to Spain right at the top with Real Madrid or Barcelona. So defeats the object of the challenge, really. And we sort of agreed that. We put that in. We got that in together. I remember that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that starting season is really. I think that will forever haunt Matt. Season 1 will forever haunt Matt. You know, finishing shit is one thing, finishing bottom is another. Finishing bottom of the lowest playable league is an instant sacking. I don't know what was worse though, season 1 or season 2, because season 2 he was out of work and he didn't have a job for the whole of season 2. And whilst I was playing season 2, right, because I was in the Conference Premier, and I then got a job at Hartlepool to go up to League 2. And I was telling Annie, my wife, about it, and she says, "Oh, why don't you start again?" I went, "Why?" She goes, "Well, it's not really fair on Matt." And essentially, right, I was like, "No, I ain't start. Why should we start again?" I says because we can't keep starting again every time we have, you know. And I did feel a bit bad. And I guess if it had gone on for more than one season, I'd have probably just ended the game. You know, fortunately, he then, season 3, he took over Bishop Stortford, who were introduced into the Conference North. And he did well with Stortford, to be honest with you. He did very well before leaving for Cardiff when he got to League 1. He took over Cardiff in League 1. I think, right though, Matt, I was just thinking something. Do you remember, Matt, you took over Cardiff when they were already champions of League 1. Do you remember? You'd confirmed promotion from League 2, and you took over Cardiff with a game to go, and they'd already won the title. Now, I know what we said about not taking over jobs after halfway. I didn't think we stipulated that rule back then, did we? But also, for top flight. I think it's mostly for top flight. It's different, isn't it? It's totally different. Top flight. Going to top. It was different back then. And I don't think that'll be the case again. Because England was always going to be the most difficult leg, I feel. Right. Okay. So Matt's got another game. So if you don't win the title, and I don't quote me on this, again, I've got that I've got that thing that Philippe sent me about how it works. It's really messed up. The group... That's right, I did win the title and I didn't have to participate in all this group shit. I did not need to participate in any of this group shit. Any of this. I got promoted. So, to put it blunt, Matt, you've got a massive, massive season ahead. Your defences are losing 4-2 at Belgrano, whilst Matt is winning. So they're going to look like they're going to suffer their first defeat. Matt will go to 30. He'll be 4 points behind. 3-1. He's... Well, let's see how racing a draw in 2-2. Good day at the office for Matt here. Very, very good. No, it weren't, Matt. No, we didn't have it in then. But even so, it's not really the issue because it weren't going into the top flight. I think if it was top flight... And I think with it being England's got all them leagues, hasn't it? You know, okay, that is a big, big week for Matt. Racing, drawing. I'm guessing Matt did win, and I'm guessing defences did lose. Defences lost 5-2. Matt won 4-1. What a day at the office for him. 34-30, 29-29. 24 league games. He's got 10 league games left. Wow. Okay. Have we got a game coming up now? Because I'm getting a bit fucking bored here, to be honest with you. It looks like that's what they do in China then. They really space out the games, which ain't necessarily a bad thing. Oh, shit. Did I just pause it there? Right. Okay. Yeah, I think going back to what just saying, that season 1 will forever be a bit of a thorn in Matt's side. It really will, and it's going to take a lot. And it's funny, really, because in all the network games that I've partook in, or I'm familiar with people's games, there are certain things that will always stick out. Gary, I'm going to go to you on this. When Gary had a game with a guy called Mark and a guy called Lee. Did Lee get sacked or get relegated in France? It was one or the other, Gary, weren't it? Sacked or relegated. And I feel maybe getting... I think relegated is... Yeah, relegated is... Relegated, okay. Relegated is worse, in my opinion, because sacked, you can get... I mean, like me when I got sacked as manager of West Ham in this game, in the FA Cup final, that was just brutal. But relegated... You know, you're shit. You know, relegated is, you know, and I think Lee's had to take that on him. I think he did say, didn't he, when we mentioned it, welcome to the relegated club. So Lee Sharples and Matt are in a club now. They're in a club. I think maybe at some point we've all been sacked. I think there's more sackings on the update than there is on the ODB, if I'm really honest with you. But you could argue that my sacking was unjustified being in the FA Cup final, but it is what it is, it's a sacking. You could also argue that Matt's sacking was an enforced sacking. He finished bottom of the lowest league, it's an instant sacking, but it's a sacking. Who did we get sacked on the World King? Derby County, weren't it, Matt? Yeah, exactly. Learned a valuable lesson there. So I took over Derby County with 2 league games to go. They were down in 11th. I won them both. They finished 9th or 8th in the Championship. Start of the new season, drew my first game, got sacked. Because they took on board that I was responsible for the piss poor season of not being promoted. And that's it, you know, at the end of the day, I learned a valuable lesson, which is why I'm very cautious. PSG? Was it PSG? I can't remember PSG, to be honest with you, Gary. Matt. I can't remember it being PSG, but I don't know. But there were some brutal sackings. But, you know, at the end of the day, right, we learn from it. We have to learn from it. Okay. Yeah, you got sacked there. I didn't. Right. Desperate, absolutely desperate for a win here against the champions. And if we draw this, or I say draw, or if we don't win this, and the league leaders win, that's our title over. Okay, I don't, you know what, right? Look at that, what the fuck is that? What on earth is that as a first half of football? It's like nothing, it's just no fucking text. Unbelievable. I mean, we got the win. We got the win. A massive win. Shenzhen won again. They fucking won. 3 games to go. Okay, we have got an FA Cup final to look forward to. And we're playing the same team. Okay, I mean, I'm half tempted. I'm very half tempted to put make Jeffers sit deeper. Oh God. I'm hopeful we could get those 3 games off. What is it? It's what we are, 23rd of October. Oh man, it's a big ask that is. Big game, Matt. Big game. Every game's a big game. So they've won their game in already. So you're 7 behind. Belgrano, you've got to keep an eye on them as well. Let's have a look at that. I won't look at the points average, because if you can win that title, Matt, then it's irrelevant. It'll be absolutely irrelevant. Right, okay, let's... yeah, could do that, I think. See if we can transfer list him. We can get ourselves a couple of £1 million in for him. Chen, maybe. Any of these guys I'd like to try and get rid of. I've got to start looking at next season, haven't I? I've got to start looking at next season. I've got no choice to. All 3 of these defenders can go. I will maintain Wang for now. Kone, I don't know. Does the update have harder AI tactics at ODB? I thought I read something. Yes. They're extremely harder. The AI are just... I don't know. I'm going to sound really bitter here. The AI is extremely overpowered. The AI as a whole. It's crazy. Racing are being thumped 5-0. El Belgrano are losing. Yeah, so it's, in my opinion, it is very, very hard. Like, I don't mind hard, but then I don't like bullshit. You know, and I've done so much testing. I know Gary does a lot of testing on ODB tactic. I do all my testing I do on the update, so I get to see the bullshit. Now, okay, I know you wouldn't expect a team to have an invincible season, but I do so much testing with Man City where I build this really ridiculous team, and they've overpowered. Not only have they overpowered the AI's tactics, but they've also overpowered a lot of the players. So, you know, I've done so much. What's that? Oh, sorry, I saw my fucking name. Okay, let me just check my phone. Okay. Okay, on to Matt's next game. Where's his league? Oh shit! Who's his league leaders again? Defences B. Are they playing? Okay. I think we're all cheering you on here, Matt. We're all cheering you on. The home straight. 10 games to go. Let's have a look at over here. So Matt cannot get a job in the top flight. He can't get a job in the top flight because we're... tell a lie. He can, but they would need to be in the bottom 10, bottom half. but they'd need to be in the bottom half. As he's gone halfway through the season, they'd need to be in the bottom half of the thing. I think that's what we said, weren't it, Matt? But Matt is going to... With that being said, Tavares are in the bottom half. So, that's interesting, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Wow! Okay, I know, right, Gary, you won't be cheering him on now. So Tavares is very insecure. That's going to be the job that Matt wants, and he is in his right to apply for that job. Even though we're past the halfway stage, they're in the bottom half of the table. When he's offered, if he gets offered that job, they must be 11th or lower in the table for him to take that job. That is brutal. That is fucking brutal. I think we need to keep an eye on Tavares now then, don't we? Okay, Matt is drawing 3-3. Defences are winning 1-0. Oh, he's had a red card. Ah, what a shit end for Matt. Fucking hell. And defences win 2-0, which means, well, it makes that job, potential job, that little bit more appealing for Matt. It really does. He's got a better goal difference. So have you got to play them yet, Matt? Wow. Fucking wow. Very, very exciting in Argentina. I bet that feels weird there, Matt, don't it? Being in South America. I really, I'm not looking forward to... I don't know what's going to be worse, though. Japan or Russia. I think Russia's going to be very difficult to get out of. That's the thing with Russia. I think Japan is going to be very difficult to get into. It's got to be a Japanese second-tier team. Russia second-tier, neither of them are going to be easy. They're really not. But we shall see. We shall see. Okay. Let's just have a check. So when's their next game? They've got a game on the 30th. I can't believe that they're the champions. You know what? I said Boca would be an ideal destination for him because I would imagine Boca have got money. I actually forgot about Tavares would be even more. Right. Okay. Here we go then. The next game. Defences have got a game here. I am actually going to make a change. I'm going to bring Drost in up top. I'm going to put King. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Every game is just... What's that say? Come on, Panda United. Sorry, I'm guessing that's who Matt's playing or someone because I didn't even see who that was. I was gonna say I need a goal. I need that second goal now. I need that cushion. Need the cushion. Okay, I'm gonna bring on Eddie King. I'm gonna bring on Pooch as well, but I'm gonna put Pooch on up top. Oh, too much blue text. We don't like blue text. There you go. Come on. We need that second goal. Let's put the game beyond reach now. Come on, 10 shots to 1. Put the game beyond reach. Disallowed. Okay, job done. Job done. And, fuck's sake. Fucking bastards. They won again. They've won again. So the gap stays at... Oh, God. 2 games to go. And I'm 4 points behind. I'm playing them in the last game of the season. Over to... Unless it's finished. Oh, it's finished. Let's have a look. Fucking cunt. Over to Matt first. They lost! Wow! Wow! So, well, there you see it then. Peng City Loyal. Let's do it, Happy Garden. Are they the name of Chinese restaurants? Is that what it is, yeah? I think we've got one here. Wok City, Wok One, Wok Fuck. I don't know. Right, okay, so the cup final. Oh, it's 2 legs. Oh, for fuck's sake. So let me just check something then. The cup final. So this game here then. They're away to Beijing. Fuck's sake. Newark United. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, right, from the commercial thing that hasn't happened. Tavares striker Hernandez. Wowzer. Right, let me check. You pick your team because I'm going to watch your game, Matt. Let's just have a look then at that Tavares striker. Hernandez. Fuck me. It's got to be Suarez or someone, hasn't it? Suarez or... Okay. Have they... Okay. Time to watch one of Matt's games. Okay. There is one thing I would say though, Matt. Have you been at Gimnasia 3 months? I don't think you have yet, have you? That's the only thing that I would be thinking about. He's off and running. 1-0 Bertoloni. 2-0. I'm assuming he's going to go on goal difference and not heads-up matches, Matt. Just so you know, if you come level. I know Spain is on heads-up matches, isn't it? 8th of October. What's the 8th? Is that when you're playing them, is it? Is that what that is? Okay. Yeah, he's doing the number on Ferro here. 4-0. Tried an overhead kick. I don't know if you saw that, right? But you don't ever see a goal, overhead kick. Oh, right, sorry. Sorry, yeah. 3 months. Okay. Okay, so, November. November, Matt. It's not October. It's the 8th of November. Add 3 months on to when you took over. You took over on the 8th of August, didn't you? Just double check that. October. Year of the Chinese. Impressive if it is. Yeah, it's November, Matt. Meanwhile, though, I think we've got to keep an eye on Tavares, haven't we? Tavares lost again. Tavares have just been beaten at Banfield. Wow. Of course, this is where Matt can sneak in a title, right? And I say sneak in because that is what it's all about. It's trying to get titles as quick as you can by whatever means. Say Suarez. Suarez. Oh, go on then. You're going to correct me here. Suarez. Suarez. Better? Fucking, I feel like I should call you sir. Oh, we're on... Yeah. We're on November. We're on November. I know you're 6 days away, Matt. You're 6 days away. Suarez. No, Suarez. It's not Suarez, it's Suarez. You've got that wrong. Who the hell is Suarez? You've got that wrong. You got that wrong. But I'm going to let you have it, Gary. I'm going to let you have it. Okay. I've just thought something, actually. There's no other games, is there? There's no, just to make sure Belgrano have won. I think we need to keep an eye on it, don't we? They're still very insecure. Okay. Nico Williams, Van Dijk. It doesn't always tell us, does it, Matt, about the sackings? So you almost have to check this on a daily basis. Ideally for you, Matt, is for the job to come vacant after the 8th. Because I'm not saying this is the case, but maybe if you apply for it before the 8th, oh, here we go. Okay, the cup final then, over 2 legs. Okay. And we're going to have to make a change. It's a Zanya. Right. Okay, so this is going to be nitty gritty, isn't it? This is really good. So we're playing on the 12th of November. I think, now I'm not 100%, I'm just bold. I think I go, if whoever wins this cup goes into the Champions League next season. I'm sure. We need to, that went to VAR, you motherfuckers. That went penalty, VAR, and they didn't give it. Let me, okay, I'm not going to make any changes here. We'll leave Drost on. What did, you got me to say as, still not good enough. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Tadger. I'm not convinced at the minute. It's paused, it's paused, it's paused. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ah, 1-0. Okay. Deserved victory, but I mean, is the away goal rule enforced? Oh, shit, I don't know, do I? Fuck. Away goal rules is if scores are level after 90 minutes. Okay, okay. Licky bum done. Licky bum, lick your bum. Okay. This is where I come crashing down to earth now. Has Matt got a game here? No. It's going to be a rocky time. Obviously, what else Matt doesn't want to see is Tavares start winning games. And as I said, it's if they're not, they need to not be in the top 10 when he's offered. And that, obviously, you know, that could make all the difference. I don't even know where Boca Juniors are, actually. He's playing Racing, not an easy game. Just have a look at where Boca Juniors are. There they are. Rich. I bet they'll have money, won't they? Boca Juniors will have money. 578 million. Jesus Christ. Who else is going to have money? Newell's might. 214. Go, but Hernandez, take the best player. Who you on about here, Gary? You mean I should make a bid for Hernandez? Good idea. Good idea. He could spearhead my strikers. But I don't think I've got the money. Let me just check that I've got my... Yeah, it is on. Okay, so... I'm gonna stay with the same lineup, I think. Other than our defensive midfielder. He should be back in time. One day, yeah, he will be. Okay. You've got the memory of a goldfish. Thank you. Right. But for the record, Gary, You wrote, go but. Okay, so if I read that instantly, and then I'm looking at the screen, and then you correct it and write bye, fucking dickhead. But, Gary, it is a very, very good idea. And it's not because of, it's Matt, you know, it is because he's absolutely great, but I doubt very, very much they're going to entertain me offering, are they? They're not going to entertain me offering. Let's, yeah, Mongoloid. Yeah, but I'd already read it. You didn't correct it instantly, did you? Did you? So I read it. As soon as I read it to the right, my eyes moved to the left. And okay, big result, Matt. Oh, they won. Big result, Matt. Let's have a look at the goal difference then. You've got a superior goal difference here, Matt. You've just got to win that game in hand. Let's have a look. Okay. There's a delay on messages, Mr. Tumble. Right. Yeah, well, we know what Mr. Tumble was, don't we? I'm actually a bit worried that you know who he is. What is that? Ah, he's 32. Fucking. They're not going to accept that offer, Gary, Matt. Yeah, there you go. They've only recently purchased him. Yeah, they got him at the end of the season. Okay. It's getting very nitty gritty. My battery bank's still ain't charged. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh. Well, what should have been a 30-40 minute stream. I do need to go soon. I keep saying it. I was just trying to hopefully race through to see my misery complete. My misery will be complete though after the next league game. We'll see. We'll see. It's very, very nerve-wracking. And I think it's because it's, you know, it's weird countries that we're in for both of us. You know, it's very, you know, we have times in the main leagues where you think, oh, it's tense, it's neck and neck, but it's even weirder when we are where we are. Do you know what? I thought they were available there. I thought they were available because they were moved to the top. But it still says, hope Jackie Chan FC hold on to first place. They really deserve it. Fuck you and Jackie Chan. That's what I say. Did you ever watch that film, Gary? The Foreigner? No, it's not what you think. It's Jackie Chan and Pierce Brosnan. It's fucking brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's not Jackie Chan like he normally would. It's a lot different. I think Pierce Brosnan's very good in it as well, to be honest. Okay, so we've got a game coming up in 2 days' time, which is going to make or break our season. Drost. 6... do you know what? I don't know. Haven't seen it. Keep me into... It is a very good film. It's not your Jackie Chan sort of comical sort of thing, which is what a lot of his stuff is. It's very, very good. I watched... Did you watch... I'll tell you what I did watch with Pierce Brosnan. Mobland. I spoke to Whitaker about this. Fuck it. Mobland's absolutely brilliant. It really is a great series. Whether we'll have a second season, I don't know. I think the cast is brilliant as well, though. Okay. His kid dies in a terrorist attack and he... Yeah. Yeah, basically. I think his wife died... The history of it is that his wife died giving birth to his kid as they were trying to flee a country, I think. And then, yeah, he's got literally no one. He's got nothing to lose. But it's quite powerful as opposed to, you know, your same old. It's different. It's something very, very different. Okay, here we go. I know deep down, Gary, deep down, you are hoping that I do this. I know deep down. I know you are deep down hoping that I do it. So we've just got to... Well, 10. The gap's 10 there. 5 there. So I guess if we better their result, it is still going to be... We could still do it. I'm not even going to watch this game. I'm not even going to watch the game. Do it there, do it there, do it there. Here we go, we're 2-0 up. Bronson put me off Mobland. Saw first 4 episodes of whatever. The grandson... Oh, yeah. No, I'll go with that. I wrote that on my review. The grandson was fucking awful. He was absolutely awful. He spoiled so much of the dimensions of that series. You know, I mean, even Helen Mirren, I thought, did quite well. Almost a bit of a fucking psychopath. Paddy Considine, I thought, was very good. Tom Hardy's very good. The grandson, I don't know what he's supposed to add. Apart from stupidity. Absolutely. But I tell you who I thought was fantastic in it, and I love this guy, is Jeff Bell. I think Jeff Bell is brilliant. The grandson, I just think, what, you know, what's the point? What is the point? Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I'm so glad you said that, because that is the worst part, and it's a terrible bit of casting, I think. You could have got another actor to do it, who was a little bit, you know, who was just a better actor. Now, this is all irrelevant. This is all irrelevant. Are you ready? Are you ready? It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. So we will finish second. Okay, can't grumble. Can't grumble. I am grumbling. I'm fucking angry. I'm not as angry as probably what I should be. But what that does mean now, yeah, whatever. That's who Matt's going to want to go to when he goes to Brazil, Corinthians. Let's have a look at the job information. Am I being slow here? Tavares is available. Tavares is available. He must have put an application in. It's all within the rules, so he's got every right. Now, this is where Matt, right, can win a sneaky title. And when I say sneaky title, I mean the closing stage. Because he's not going to win that. He ain't going to win. I wouldn't have thought he's... What's the left? There's 5 games left, isn't there? 5 games left. But he will be on the closing stage. Schedule for the closing stage starts on the 29th of January, where the window will be open, of course, and go until May. We shall see. So, it'll be remarkable, to be honest with you. It will be absolutely remarkable. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I think it's fair to say I need defence. I desperately need defence. I feel maybe I need another goalkeeper as well. Matt, looking good. Looking very good indeed. Defence is not playing, are they? No, they're not. Okay. Okay. Well done, Matt. Well done. I've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes at the very, very most. Matt, I have to go by 12:30. And I'm just wondering what we might be able to get in terms of... Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so I've just seen the message. I've got 10 minutes tops. So... Unless Matt has been offered the job, of course. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, actually, let's just take a look at San Lorenzo. See what they've got. If they're in the top half, of course. That's a huge difference. as I said, you know, can Matt still win league? No, he can't. No, because I just checked how many games are left. Do you mean the opening stage? No. That's why we said that if it was gone halfway, it must be in the bottom half. But he will be able to have a pot shot at the second, the closing stage. The closing stage of the you know. So he's got an opportunity to get. I don't want to call it a cheeky leg. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I got a cheeky leg. Australia. That was a very, very cheeky leg for me. I scraped. Do you remember? Was it Australia, Matt, or was it America, where I got offered the job just before the halfway stage? Something like that, weren't it? The halfway stage of the total amount of games. That's what made all the difference. You know, I forget which one. So I think it was Australia, actually. So, very, very entertaining. Let's go and have a look at San Lorenzo. So, San Lorenzo, rich. Wow. So, 409 million for San Lorenzo. Talares. Where is Matt applying? That is Talares. 575, right. And San Lorenzo. Wow, that's balanced things up a little bit, hasn't it? That has really balanced things up a little bit. Let me remind you, though, that I doubt this will be the case, but if Matt has gone for Talares and he gets offered, they must be in the bottom 10 when he's offered. If and when he's offered, they must be in the bottom 10. The same applies with San Lorenzo. If he's offered. He's been in charge of 3 months. I think San Lorenzo, in all honesty, I think San Lorenzo, purely from the money point of view, and I'm shocked actually, Gary, that you're saying that. I'm shocked, but I think San Lorenzo, because he's got more resources to make an assault on the closing stage. He'll be able to go and get a few more marquee players than what he probably could. You know, he could spend a lot more. He could buy himself 10 fucking quality players, and I feel that maybe. Whilst he's playing a game, let's just check something. This is very, very important as well, if Matt hasn't already checked it. And that is, let's check at Talares' pre-arranged deals, if any, because they were not nice they're selling to. I didn't even know that, Gary, to be honest. Yeah, but yeah, that does make sense. In fact, I brought Talares from the second tier, so he's selling 2 players. So any players that are arriving, let's go to San Lorenzo. Now, there you go, you see. He's got 2 players coming. Now, they will not come as part of his 10. There'll be squad fillers, won't they? There'll be squad fillers. Definitely squad fillers. So he could essentially have himself 12 players. He's losing that guy. I don't think he'll give 2 shits about him. And he's losing that guy, Veron. So he'll essentially have 12 players to work with. Now, the interesting thing here is, if he's offered Talares first, will he accept it? I mean, Matt, I don't know if you're going to want to indulge into this. Who did you apply for? Have you applied for both? And if so, who did you apply for first? Out of interest. Share it. Share it with the world, Matt. Share it with the world. Whilst I prepare for another year in China. Fucking hell, that sounds so fucking crazy, don't it? Another year in China. I'm hopeful maybe we could, by the time we get to the 2nd of December, I can conclude the cup and Matt will be offered a job. And we can see where we're at. Maybe. And then he's both in. Right, okay. I didn't even spot the San Lorenzo, or I didn't think about checking, to be honest. Okay. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting, because that would indicate to me that you're going to be offered Talares first. I mean, there's no guarantee, because I think it depends on which one's been available longer. I know that you're probably mulling over. Matt, if and when you're offered, if you want to pause, save at that point, then that's fine. Because obviously I'm going to have to go soon regardless. If you want to sleep on it, totally get that. Shouldn't be allowed to go to... He's not. No, don't change our fucking rules now, you silly cunt. No, our rules stipulated. You enter a country at the lower leagues, with the exception of China and Australia, but you then need to earn your way, not necessarily winning a title, earn your way up, whether that be via job or what. That's how we did it in England. That's how we've done it all over. I didn't see Lorenzo. It's a tricky one, isn't it, Matt? It's going to be a tricky one for you to decide. Because Lorenzo, and I know that there's no denying a bigger bank, but bigger bank, it definitely appeals. And what Gary's just said there, yeah, you're saying the reputation, but you can't exactly get a job in the second division and then get a job the next day. You've got to wait at least 3 months. Now, if you've done shit in this what the fuck? What the fuck? I love it. I love it. Sorry, Gary, but you've got to wait at least 3 months. Hang on a minute. What the fuck, Matt? Matt, let me just put a save in this. Have you accepted yet, Matt? Have you accepted yet? Let me save. Let me save. Let me save. Because I just want to save, and at some point come back to this and see what would happen if we both took it. I've seen Lorenzo are in. Oh, sorry, Lorenzo are in, not Tavares. Oh, sorry. That is absolutely bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Gary, the thing is, right, I've got no need to take it. I've got no need to take it because I've done Argentina. There's no need. Oh, look who it is. Well, this is a stroke of luck that you're here because... No, I don't want San Lorenzo. I've done Argentina. It's ironic that you're here, Mr. Waghorn, because I'm finished in a few minutes. All right, so you still got big bollocks, yeah? You still got big bollocks, yeah? I can only imagine with a name like Martin Lord Waghorn, you must be a paedophile. You must be. You know, there's absolutely no doubt. Either you're a convicted one, or you just haven't been caught yet. No, Gary. If you want to wind your neck in. Oh, right, I see. You still got big bollocks. I'm happy to put you on timeout again. No, Gary. This is a total different nonce. This is a different nonce. This is a keyboard warrior, Gary. Keyboard warrior who starts shouting the odds, which is a first, really, because it was the first one I've had to endure. So, happy to put him on timeout. Happy to just boot him. Happy to just leave him be. Happy to just retaliate. I'm not really too fussed at all. I mean, I think it's nice at the Spastic Centre. Let their fucking people have a go on the YouTube and look at. I think it's a bit dangerous. I think it's very, very. Matt, are you accepting this job or not? Are you accepting this job or not? Or are you? Oh, you still deciding? This is a bestie boy. Yeah. Gary, it is. Hence his entrance. But I'd never really thought about it before. To put your name as Martin Lord Waghorn, I don't think all his dogs are barking, are they? Do you know what? I think there's something fucking wrong. There's something wrong with him. Oh, don't get me started on the picture. Oh my God. Oh my days. I heard you talking about... Oh, that picture. I mean... Do you know what? I think that is evidence of my nonce claim. I really do. Oh, he's gone. He's gone to San Lorenzo. I think, in my opinion, Matt, it was the right thing to do. I think it was an easy decision to go. When have you got a game? Should we save there? Should we save there? You want to lay down and get back in your box. Martin Waghorn played for Rangers. I do remember a Waghorn player, actually. Get back in my box. Gary, Matt, shall we save there? Might as well save there, yeah? Because it's going to take us a little bit beyond. Yeah, I'll need to do bids and stuff. Yeah, exactly. So let me just double save this. So, get back in my box. Is that it? I need to get back. Sorry, am I... Do you know... Fucking hell. I bet when you get excited, you clap your hands and make a sort of... like one of those. Fucking hell. Do you know what? I didn't think they'd let retards go on the internet because it's dangerous. It's dangerous for people like you. I mean, personally, I'd take you on a walk to a cliff and then I'd let go of you. But it's good to see you join in again, though, Mr. Waghorn, because it's nice to see you up the numbers again. So this is the beauty of it, right? You can keep coming in, right? Keep coming in. I'm not gonna fucking let you get away with anything. You know, you can say what you want, and I'll have an answer for everything. And if you start to bore me, which, you know, you do bore me to an extent, then I'll just time out you, you know. Don't let Peter File know you're about my... Yeah, Gary, don't, because he'll change his fucking name to try and deter, and he'll probably change it to that, not realising the dopey cunt. Right, okay, session over, fuck me. What we cleared here? We cleared 2.5 hours nearly, 2:40. I'll be keeping an eye on this channel. Oh, please, thank you. You keep an eye on this channel. I'm happy for you. Nice to know you've got nothing better to do. Just shows what sort of individual you are, really, don't it? It was the Harvey Elliott thing that got to you, weren't it, Martin? When I said about Harvey Elliott and my views on Harvey Elliott, and you didn't like it, did you? You didn't like it, you disagreed with it, and you seem to take it quite personally, which I think's really worrying, because I don't think you had your medication that day. But yeah, you keep it on the channel. You know, that is very, like Gary said, very good. I'm glad you're keeping it on the channel. Yeah, because you know nothing about football. Oh, right, okay, yeah, alright, yeah, you're happy, you got me. You got me. But you're the one here, aren't you? You're the one here. See, I think you need to have a little bit of a thought process here. If you don't like someone and you think they talk shit, then you turn them off or you don't listen. Now, at the moment, you're giving me entertainment, right? Then after a while, you're going to bore me. Then I'll turn you off. Do you understand what I mean? Have I explained that? Do I need to do that? Do I need to break that down for you a little bit? Because I think you're struggling. Who is typing the messages for you, Martin? Yeah, it might be one of those things, Gary, where he says it or he sort of like spits it and it you know, or he might have his little fucking assistant next to him doing it for him. And I bet they're not English. So yeah, so I'm off for a poo. Oh right, okay, you're off for a poo, yeah, because that's really funny. That is, you're off for, yeah. I'm in stitches over here, but hopefully, Martin, you will join us again. I'll look forward to it. And if you bore me, right, which you will bore me, little man ego syndrome, is that it? Is that it? Is that your keyboard warrior best? Hello there, Trunky, how you doing? Little man ego syndrome. You're forgetting though, aren't you? You fucking retard. You're the one here, dopey. You come to me. You let me remind you, spastic features, you came to the channel, right? And so I take that as a compliment. So, you know, you keep bumping up the numbers. You keep right. In fact, let me just check something, the analytics. You keep bumping up the average view time, yeah? You're doing me a favour. You're doing me a favour. So you keep doing it for me, right? You keep taking your medication, right? And you will prolong the life you got, because I know that Down syndrome do have, you know, a lesser life, and it is unfortunate, but it's a fact. And the only way they can deal with it is to do what you're doing now. Either that, or you were abused. You were probably fiddled with as a kid. You were bullied at school. Maybe you had the shit beaten out of you, and that's why you're in a wheelchair. Could be a number of things, right? So if you really want to go with this, I will go with it. Appreciate you all dropping in there, Gary. Appreciate your interaction. It's been great. It's been going for fucking hours. It feels like it's gone on for fucking hours. And until next time from me and this part of the YouTube upload, Lowend to Legend. Take it easy. Woo.